it's obviously it's been a goal to stop the US directly contributing to this horrible situation. But let's say that perhaps that's successful and Joe Biden does pull back from that. Is the next step to have the US exert diplomatic pressure, economic pressure to try to end the hostilities and try to fix the situation in Yemen? Like, if we're successful in the US pulling out of this, what are the next steps?
John, that's probably, if not one of the most important questions, if not the most important question, is how do we reach a diplomatic settlement in Yemen and finally end the suffering? Ending US military complicity is a huge part of that. I cannot overstate that. But an interesting thing to bring up is that the Biden administration announced that Tim Lenderking would be US envoy to Yemen to help secure a ceasefire deal and work with the UN-led peace process. So I think that's really critical, and it shows that the Biden administration is, really making a commitment to a successful peace process. I think we need to follow the lead of the UN because the US has really lost a lot of credibility because we've been supporting one side of the conflict, but also really important. I think we need to. This is something I've been bringing up to members of Congress and folks on the Hill and with the administration, is that we really need a new UN Security Council resolution, because the original one that was passed and agreed to in 2015. Was all against the Houthis, said we have to stop weapons to the Houthis, but didn't really bring in the Hadi government or the Saudi UAE-led coalition. So it's really unbalanced. And Senator Murphy brought this up in a nomination hearing with Linda Thomas Greenfield. So folks are definitely talking about it. We need a new, more balanced UN Security Council resolution. And on top of all that, the US needs to use its leverage with Gulf allies and folks around the world to put pressure on the Saudi UAE-led coalition to end their offensive operations, end the blockade, restore and expand humanitarian assistance, and I think, we have got a lot of work to do. A lot of people are suffering. Where just because we end our support doesn't mean the war is going to magically be over. But we're taking some initial, really important steps.
Well, that is certainly good. Even that opportunity being open is certainly an improvement on the last few times that we've talked about this topic. So I want to thank you once again for joining us and for your work, and hope that those conversations you're having in DC are fruitful.
Thank you so much. And I really appreciate the Young Turks coverage of this over the years. It's really appreciated.
Thank you.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.